Welcome back to Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera, and this is Play and Trade Guitars, where we play it and trade it. The new Tom DeLonge Starcaster from Fender is here at a price tag of $11.99. I will tell you everything you need to know about this new Starcaster. I'll put it on the bench and pull it apart, and of course I'll plug it in and play it. But at the top, if you're in the market for this guitar or any new gear, click to buy new gear using our link. It helps us make these videos, and you get fast free shipping, easy payment plans. And guess what? In Europe, you can use our Thomann link. All that is found pinned in the comments or down in the description. We're also giving away an American-made Martin acoustic guitar when we hit 100,000 subscribers. To be in it to win it, just hit subscribe now if you haven't, turn on notifications, and enter via Gleam. All that, again, is down below. Now, this collaboration between Fender and Tom DeLonge is actually also, importantly, a collaboration between Fender and Tom DeLonge's longtime producer, Aaron Rubin. And what he did is dream up a Starcaster to rival the roster of Gibson guitars that Tom DeLonge was playing. And what's amazing about this story is after the collaboration was complete and the prototype was sent to Tom DeLonge, it ended up being the main guitar used on the new Blink-182 album. So when you put it together, this is really a new modern take on the Starcaster, a guitar from the 70s from Fender, and now it's available to the masses. Originally it was a custom shop release. Now you can get your own for $11.99, custom artwork from Tom. Why don't we go ahead and take a first look at it before we hit the bench. All right, so check this out. This is a satin surf green finish. It's available in 4 total finishes. You can click our link for current availability and pricing. And a lot of attention to detail. In fact, something really cool, across the colors, they match either black hardware or chrome hardware, depending on the color you choose. I thought that was really cool. For instance, on the pink one, you can get all black hardware. Looks really sweet. But look at this. I mean, lots of high-end features. You've got locking Fender tuners. You've got a roasted maple neck, and look at this, a beautiful true rosewood fretboard at this price point. Epiphone should take some notes here, I think. And then you got this bound body, satin finish, like I said. You've got a Seymour Duncan SH5 custom humbucker. It's a great high output humbucker to let you hear all the notes. And then it's a real simple rock machine. You've got one volume control with a treble bleed, so even if you roll off the volume, you still retain the chime-y highs. And I'll tell you what, why don't we head to the bench, but I'm going to tell you the shape of this neck, everything feels fantastic. It's got a Gibson style 12-inch radius, so a little bit flatter fretboard. But I think for a semi-hollow guitar, you need one in your collection. And this is a really stylish, no-nonsense way to bring a semi-hollow in your collection. Let's hit the bench and pull this thing apart. So some unique construction here. You have a bolt-on neck on this semi-hollow guitar, but what you basically have is a CBS era or large strat headstock style neck that's stuck on the Starcaster body. And starting up here at the headstock, you'll see right away the finish is distinct. You've got this roasted maple, nice Fender logo. I like the black and gold. Flipping this over, I love these Fender locking tuners. I put these on my own guitars, Fender guitars, when I play out, and they just make changing strings a breeze and tuning stability, everything. I just love these tuners. Nice high-end feature on this guitar. Coming down, you got a C-shaped modern neck, 12-inch radius on the fretboard, and roasted maple with a gloss finish compared to the satin finish of the body. And unbound neck, and you got a beautiful piece of rosewood here. Looks like, I'd say maybe jumbo frets on there. And coming down to the body, again, bolt-on neck, and the Starcaster body. What a cool story this is. Fender actually kind of didn't have the ability to make Starcaster bodies outside of Indonesia. These are made in Indonesia because basically the only machine they had left to make Starcaster bodies was from the Squier lineup. That was like the only tooling that they had set up. So all the Starcaster bodies actually come from Indonesia, which I thought was really fascinating. Satin finish on here, surf green, great color choices. Like I said, you can mix and match the hardware. It's either going to be chrome or black, depending on the color that you choose. A single Seymour Duncan, hand-wound SH5 custom humbucker, great pickup, and I love this no-nonsense single volume control with treble bleed circuit. Let's get the strings out of the way and get some measurements. So the strap button is actually through the upper right of the 4 screws, and then of course you get this Tom DeLonge plate, which I love. This was also found on the Tom DeLonge Strat, which is super cool, and then there's a little bit of artwork up on the back of the headstock as well. Pretty distinct look to have a bolt-on neck on a semi-hollow guitar. Go ahead and pop the neck out. And what you got in terms of the body, you can see the raw maple there, Anytime you have a semi-hollow guitar with kind of an arched top, you're dealing with laminated maple wood, typically pressed almost like a skateboard, and under heat and pressure, they'll go ahead and shape that. And like I said, the only machine that they've got set up to do a Starcaster body is in Indonesia, so they're all made there currently, at least according to the producer, Aaron Rubin. And then we've got the neck here. I love that they went with rosewood. We've got a flatter 12-inch radius, same radius as a Gibson guitar, and just a beautiful neck. Why don't we go ahead and get some measurements? Nut comes in at 1.64 inches, first fret 0.82 inches, up to 0.89 inches at the 12th. Body thickness comes in at 1.82 inches. So we got an ABR1 style bridge. The scale length on this guitar is actually regular Fender 25.5-inch scale length. Let's flip up this Seymour Duncan SH5 custom humbucker and get a look at the center block as well. And then just SH5 on the back of this Seymour Duncan. SH5 on the back of the Seymour Duncan. SH5 on the back of the Seymour Duncan humbucker.
We're keeping that in there just in case Tom DeLonge ever sees this.
Flipping on the multimeter, and a nice hot 13.9 in the output. All right, let's get a weight. Good weight, 7 pounds, 6 ounces. We'll call it 7.5 pounds. And then flipping the guitar around for initial reaction, definitely you'll notice the gloss finish on the neck. Neck shape itself feels nice. Love this piece of rosewood. And of course, being semi-acoustic, it's nice and loud unplugged. Feels really nice in the hands. If you're in the market for this guitar, do us a favor, buy it using our link. Helps us make these videos. And we're coming up on my favorite part. Let's get this guitar plugged in. I'll show you clean tones. We'll dirty it up, and then we'll let it sing behind a track. On the other side, I'll give you my raw, honest reaction to playing this guitar, along with the final score. So drop a comment as we go. Let's plug in and get to work on the Tom DeLonge Starcaster. So far, so good. Pretty exciting. The Tom DeLonge Starcaster, it does not disappoint. And I'll tell you what, I love the simplicity, and this pickup is the star of the show. It really sounds fantastic in this guitar. To take the semi-hollow tone and add this high output SH5 custom from Seymour Duncan, I think was a perfect choice for this guitar. I could really see how it works perfectly on the new Blink-182 record, and I can't wait to see it out on tour with them. As far as the way they did this kind of mass release of the guitar, I don't think you could ask for more in terms of the high-end appointments they gave you. So you stuck with me to the end. I'll give you my final score and my take on this. Base it on 3 categories: overall playability, overall sound, overall value. When it comes to playability, the gloss finish on this C-shaped neck is fantastic. Nothing got in my way whatsoever. It is nice on any semi-hollow guitar like this to have the double cutaway, so it's no problem getting to the upper fret register as well. Another thing that adds to playability with me is the no-nonsense approach of just having the one volume. And the treble bleed moving on the sounds is going to preserve the highs when you roll it down and makes it super usable to get a sweep of tones from low volume to full roaring output. If I gave a score to playability, I'd give this guitar a 9.2 on overall playability. Overall sound, this guitar was a knockout for what it is and what it is supposed to capture. It is a powerhouse. It was a joy to play, and it sounded fantastic to my ears. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9.4 on overall sound. And then overall value at $11.99, I guess this starts to bump into like a comparable guitar that I think of, and we may even have a comparison, so make sure you're subscribed, is like the Epiphone Dave Grohl, the Trini Lopez 335. And that, of course, will have 2 humbuckers in it. Those will be Gibson USA pickups. In this guitar, you're getting a single humbucker, but a very nice high-end custom SH5 from Seymour Duncan. But that one's priced more, and they're not using true rosewood. This one at $11.99 with rosewood. I wish Epiphone would sit up and take notice and start putting rosewood on this price level. So for that, I give it high value marks. I would really love to see a case with this. There's no case or even a gig bag. But overall, having Tom's association, the artwork, just the cool factor of this guitar, the multitude of colors, and all the ways that they went, I think, over the top with this guitar, I'll go ahead and give it an 8.7 on overall value. It's going to give us an overall score on the Tom DeLonge Starcaster of 9.1. Solid score, and I would absolutely recommend this guitar. I had a blast playing this guitar, and whether you're playing Blink riffs or just rocking out, this no-nonsense rock machine is where it's at. If you're in the market for this guitar, click to buy it using our link. You'll find that down below, or you'll find it here. And check out one of our other demos on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. We're giving away that American-made Martin acoustic when we hit 100,000 subscribers. For Play and Trade Guitars, I'm John. That's Zach behind the camera. Drop a comment and let us know what you think of the Tom DeLonge Starcaster, and what guitar will you buy next? Let us know in the comments. See you on the next demo. Take care, guys.